Hello.
Hey, PV.
Hey, Kurt. How you doing, man?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Well, I don't want to take you much time because I know you are you are busy, right? So you know that the objective of this call is to share here your experience with my coaching program.
Right. Well, let's go back. When I first emailed you, I probably spent what you laughed at me about how much money. Do you remember that first time I showed you how much I had spent on actual programs at the time?
Yeah, yeah, and I think it is a good point here because you have bought a lot of stuff, courses, home study courses, ebooks, a lot of stuff, and you spend a lot of money, right?
Right.
And do you remember how much did you spend for all that?
I won't give the exact dollar amount, but you and I both remember all of the programs I showed you in the chat.
Yeah.
And when I first came across your video, it was on YouTube, and I signed up for your newsletter because here I saw this guy, right? And you're from Italy, and I saw this guy with a website, an ebook, and he was making money, and he's all the way across from the country, and here I am, in the States with tons of programs, still no website, still no money, and I was curious about you, and I
Yeah.
still remember the day when I received your newsletter, and it was awesome. It reminded me at first a lot of Tony Robbins because you had a lot of great stuff about, it does all start with the mindset. And
Right.
I remember when I first emailed you, not expecting you to respond back, and the only person that ever responded back to one of my emails, which really made me feel important, and it made me feel like you were really here to help me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. And then you told me I wasn't expecting your response, and I'm very happy, and all that kind of stuff. And this is the way we got in touch.
Let me tell you, I remember it because, I had so many ideas, and I'll tell you, here's the difference with PV from everything else I've learned, okay, is there's two different types of teachers out there, okay? There's people who will teach you how to direct and how to start your own business, okay? And then there's the other type. And this is the other type, and this is what PV is going to teach you how to do, is PV taught me that there's a difference from directing, and there's a difference from executing. And PV was, able to help teach me how to execute my ideas. So instead of, letting my ideas go from day to day, not getting any results, he was able to help me, take 3 or 4 ideas at the most, and every day I executed a few ideas. And that's the main difference.
Right, and that's critical because people have a lot of ideas, but they never put them into practice. So you have to execute your ideas. You have an idea, you have to put it into practice and see if it works or not. But people, they get ideas and they say, okay, I'm going to do this, but they don't do it, and then they get another idea, and this is a kind of cycle, and they never do anything, and they never get any kind of result. So that's very important. And I remember that when you joined the coaching program, you had nothing, absolutely nothing. Is that correct?
Right. I remember we were talking about what business could I start, and I started to think about it, and it's funny because the first business that we put together was the diet pill, right?
Right.
And you know how this all worked out was I currently worked at a company that sold diet pills, and PV realized that this is one of my strengths, and here I was working for a company for 4 years, and I'm like, what opportunity can I start? And PV's like, well, what do you do?
Yeah.
And instantly we realized I could become an affiliate for a company I had worked, and that's kind of what we started to work with. I signed up as an affiliate, and from there, we literally went from nothing to having a website up pretty fast.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember that you were very, very excited when you saw that you had your own website.
Right.
And then what happened after that?
Right. I just want to point out one thing is I literally have no skills in building a website. I have no skills in writing. I'm probably the worst writer. I can talk, but I can't write. So if anybody out there is listening to this and, they don't know how to write, let me tell you, my biggest struggle was putting together that sales letter. I mean, it must have been horrible when I first sent it. But we literally set up a website, and I did all of the work. I mean, it wasn't easy, but it was great because you were a coach, and I felt the pressure to have to get it done. And, at times I felt, can I do this? This is a lot of work. But I remember when I finally, when I had that aha moment, like where it all made sense to me. And after I had done the work, it felt amazing. We had a website up, and you developed a strategy for me to drive free traffic. And I remember, going from zero. Once we set up the website, we had zero on the list, and every
Yeah.
day we had 3 or 4 subscribers signing up, and we weren't paying a dime for traffic. Do you remember that?
Sure, sure, I remember that. And that you told me, now I have my list of subscribers, my own list. That's unbelievable. And then I remember you trying to put together the newsletters because you struggled a bit with that because you are not good at the writing and this kind of stuff.
Right.
And then,
Well, after that, we grew a list. I mean, like I said, every day we were sending free traffic to the website, and I'll save that secret on how we did that for later. But it was amazing because we had tons of people signing up, 3 or 4 people before you know it. I had a list, and it felt amazing writing to a list. Like I don't like to write, but all of a sudden I started to kind of enjoy it. But I still remember the day when every day I would log in to see if I made a sale yet. And I was promoting a weight loss
right.
offer. And what happened is I ended up actually getting my first sale with free traffic. And I remember logging in, and I couldn't believe it. And, all the hard work had paid off. It was amazing. I have to tell you, I remember emailing you and just being so excited because at first we had problems with the affiliate account.
Yeah, we had some problems with the affiliate company that then we could solve, but in the beginning we had some problems. And then I remember your email, the subject line of your email saying in capital letters, "Yeah!" And then I said, "What's going on here?" And it was that you had made your first sale.
Right, that's correct. And here's the experience that I've gained is, more than the money that we started to make with it, is the experience. Because right now I'm in the process of launching my own product. And if there's anybody out there, that doesn't have a product, I do recommend you can start off with affiliate marketing. But here's what I'd recommend is that you can market somebody else's product. But what I
Yeah.
found is it takes the same amount of effort to market your own product as it does somebody else's. So that's kind of where
And
I'm
you will,
heading is I want to market.
and you will make more money because you keep 100% of the profit unless you are paying affiliates. So that's the advantage here.
Correct.
That's the point. But for someone without experience, it is important to get things going. And the easiest way and fastest way is to go with affiliate programs because the only thing you have to do is to generate traffic and drive traffic to the merchant's site. Okay, so that's the easiest and fastest way to get started. And then from that, when you get the experience, you can create your own products and all that. But the point here is to get things going and to get started. And affiliate marketing is, I think, the easiest way to get started.
Right. If you're listening to this right now, and you're thinking of, and obviously PV's a great guy. You already know that. You've seen he gives away a ton of free content. He's probably the only person that I know that teaches internet marketing that will give you the one-on-one time that he gives. So right now, if you are on his list or you're listening to this, you really are in for a treat. And I say that because he won't always have the time to work with somebody one-on-one like this. So I actually was lucky enough to meet him in a time where he was able to help me. And, if you're considering, getting his help or doing anything, I totally recommend it. And I'll tell you because the results you're going to see and the one-on-one that you're going to get with him, you won't get anywhere else. You really won't. And if now is the time, where he's doing this, you got to take action on it because he won't be available forever. And, his business is growing, and that was one of the things that started to happen is we are growing our businesses. The
Yeah.
more his business grows, the less time he'll have one-on-one, and it becomes on a larger scale. So that's probably the one reason why, I was so grateful was because, man, it was like you were right there on my side building this thing the whole entire time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it is important, to have someone that takes you by the hand, and tells you do this and do that. So let me ask you this: what's the difference between having someone guiding you step by step all the way, and having a lot of ebooks and home study courses and trainings and all that kind of stuff that you have because you bought all that stuff. And many people have this: the people buy products and products and products, but they don't see results, they are stuck. So what's the difference?
Right. Well, PV will be totally honest with you, and he really will help you. And, I'll tell you, I've got several ebooks.
And home
Okay.
study courses and training programs and DVDs, and you have everything, my friend. You have everything.
Everything. And here's the thing, okay, is here's the big difference, right? Is the one-on-one that you can get right now is priceless. You won't be able to get this anywhere. Not very many people really know internet marketing, and PV can help you one-on-one, and like I said, take advantage of this while you can because his business is growing fast, okay? And right now, I think, I don't know all the details. I know he's got some surprises for you guys. But if you're considering this, don't miss out on this because I can tell you the results you'll get. You'll love it. I mean, I feel so good. Like I said, now I'm launching my own product. The results you
Yeah.
get, you will not be disappointed. And I know he's got some surprises for you guys as well.
And what kind of product are you going to launch now? Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to keep that secret underground?
No, I don't have all the details into it. I probably want to keep that underground for right now.
I know.
But
You don't want people stealing your ideas, right?
right. But here's the thing. PV has a ton of tools, skills. I mean, he listen. He knows all of the stuff the other guys have. You know, they're not going to help you one-on-one like PV will. And he's genuine. And I mean, I could go on and on, but man, the result that you helped me get, I'm not kidding. I mean, we talked about this. You're the first
Yeah.
person that guided me to making my first money online. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's amazing. When you make your first dollar online, you say, wow, I can do this. I can do it. So when you see that you really make the money, you made the money yourself with your effort and with all the work you put into that, you say, this is worth my time and my effort and all that. So you start seeing results, and this is something really, really amazing. So when you make your first dollar, it is really exciting, and that's fantastic. And at that point, what you have to do is just replicate, to make more money. So I'm happy now you are growing and growing and growing. So congratulations, because you take action. This is what happens, that many people, they have a lot of courses and they have even some knowledge, but the point is that they don't take action, and sometimes they don't know what to do and where to go. So for this reason, having someone guiding you is very important, because this person is going to guide you, but at the same time is going to put pressure on you, so that you have to get things done. This is very, very important. Okay, so I don't want to make this call too long, Kurt, because I know you are busy, and I think we have shared here the most important things. How people can benefit from this coaching and how you benefited from this coaching program. So I want to say, I mean, if you want to say something else, go ahead.
But I just want to make, one more point is you have an opportunity to work with him one-on-one. And, I know what he'll offer you. You won't find anywhere else. And, I'll tell you honestly, sometimes I think about when he launches this, he's going to have less time to work with me. And I've been trying to squeeze in as much time as I can with him because I know he's going to be a busy guy.
Okay, okay, okay. So it is time to close the call, my friend.
All right, man.
Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you sharing with us here your results and your time, so thank you very much.
Well, man, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
Okay, cool.
Have a good day. Thanks for calling.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.